Buenos días a todos. Bienvenidos a Reaction Time Podcast.
Sí.
I bet you didn't see that one coming.
No, but I heard it coming. Huh?
Hey, let's go. Welcome to
everybody.
episode 91. We are going to be talking about the HBO original show, The Penguin, today.
Yep. And Sam's site is going to be in Spanish, and I'm going to be in English for the whole episode.
Bro, can you imagine the absolute chaos that would be?
That would be horrible.
Sí, yo pienso que el show de televisión fue muy bien. Bueno, me gustó mucho. I don't know why I have to do it in like the Buzz Lightyear radio voice,
Yeah, I was
but for
gonna
some
say.
reason I just have to do it.
Like your whole tone
because-
changes when you talk
it's
in
because-
Spanish.
Normally it doesn't, but for some reason the podcast just brings it out. It's because of the Spanish radio.
Oh, yeah.
Bienvenidos a 95.7. La música. But anyway, I'll do it in English today. Just today.
Just
But
today.
from now on, Spanish only.
Spanish only. And I'm going to learn a different language just because.
We'll do one side in Spanish and the other one in like Bosnian or something. Something random. Craig learns the most obscure language of all time.
Oh, that would be great.
So one thing I want to ask you about this is, how'd you feel about the show? Oh, we're going to go no spoilers
Yes.
for the beginning, and then we'll let you know when we get into spoilers. But we will be talking about the whole show and everything, but we'll give a spoiler-free breakdown at the beginning, so don't worry.
And if you don't know what this is the spin-off of the Batman with Robert Pattinson, where Colin Farrell played the Penguin. And so
Right.
it's a spin-off of Afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's post the Batman.
Post the Batman.
But like kind of immediately post the Batman. It's
Yeah.
not way down the road or anything.
No, it's just right after.
Yeah.
Which makes me we'll get into spoilers, but it makes me very curious if they make any more, how this may or may not tie in at all. So
Yeah. For sure.
But-
I got a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
So.
Um
Well, not a lot. I have something to say about it. Okay.
honestly, I freaking loved this show.
Dude, me too.
Like every episode was a banger. I never felt
Yeah.
like there was a boring episode. When they did flashbacks, they were small sections. And there wasn't like full episodes dedicated to just something else. There was
only one. There was only one episode that was
it full?
full. I think
I don't think it was-
95% of that episode was flashback.
Yeah, I guess that's
Maybe I'm
true.
wrong. I wrote down notes of that. Let's see.
Okay. I know what episode you're talking about, but I don't remember if it was.
No, you're right. It's most of the episode, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe like there's 60, 70% of it, and then there's more stuff at the end.
Yeah.
So maybe it's 50-50. I don't
Yeah.
know. I took small notes on the episodes, but
I'm just thinking like recent shows that have come out, like Last of Us, where there was like that whole episode where it was just full flashback. There's a whole side story episode, like,
Yeah.
which were good, but like weren't as good as just the actual
Yeah.
story. Where this was like, you got flashbacks, but they were usually very small, except for this one that was a good chunk, but it needed to be there. But it was
Right.
still not the whole episode. Like they didn't leave you on some cliffhanger and then a full episode of just backstory and then the
which
next
is
episode.
a huge pet peeve of mine. It's
Yeah.
so annoying. It does feel like, as far as like TV shows that are now spin-offs of major franchises, they're all following the same like outline, but it's not a good outline,
No.
right? So it's like it's opening episode that's like kind of boring, that's just setting up episode 2, which is why half the shows now are doing 2 episode premieres,
Yeah.
right? And then episode 3 is like a little bit better. Episode 4 or 5 are always great.
Yeah.
And then 6 is boring. 7 is building up to this major finale, and then 8 is the worst finale you've ever seen. That seems to be like the outline of major shows, and this did not follow that.
No, it didn't. Like
This was kind of just like great from the beginning to the end. I like that in a way it felt like they wrote the entire show as one movie.
Yeah.
And they kind of wrote each individual episode as one movie.
Right.
But not like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but
yeah, you take like
yeah.
The Last of Us, cliffhanger, flashback episode, then the next thing. Stranger Things 2, crazy cliffhanger, flashback episode, and then the ending. And it's like, nobody watches those episodes. When everybody watches season 2 of Stranger Things, they skip that episode because they're like,
Right.
this is dumb. For me, like we're rewatching The Last of Us, I'll probably skip that flashback episode because it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, it's fine, but like I don't need it. I just get me along with the story, you know?
Yeah.
But if I were to rewatch The Penguin, which I probably will at some point because it was really good, I wouldn't skip anything, right? Because it all felt like needed.
Yeah.
It all felt like it was supposed to be there. And the ending is so good and horrible. Not like it was horribly made, but it's crazy. Like it didn't fall off at all.
No.
No.
This I think had some of the best character development I've ever seen in a single season of a show.
Yeah.
I understand there are shows that have really good character development over several seasons, like 7, 8, 9 seasons. But
Oh, yeah.
this one, for me, very subtly took the Penguin from one place to another. And it didn't really tell you it was doing that until you've kind of watched the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then you realize wait, I had totally not understood who he was.
Yeah.
I thought I had a good idea of it. And then
yeah.
you realize that you're wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
totally wrong. But it's in a great way.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
so good.
And it's not rushed. It's not, nothing felt rushed. Nothing felt out of place. This was a fantastic show.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
I was so surprised by how good it was.
100%.
I was fully expecting the same thing that every other big franchise spinoff show has been. And there's been hit or miss, but I don't think anything has been true. I mean, not anything. I think Loki has been good. Mandalorian has been good. That's kind of where that stops for me, as far as kind of more modern spinoff shows go. But those are even just good also, but they're also fun and they're still Disney. And so there's not a lot of darkness or weight to them.
Right.
Usually this one was this dark, gritty,
Messed
really,
up.
really cool,
Yeah.
messed up show. This is exactly what the Book of Boba Fett should have been. Can you imagine a Boba Fett show
That'd
that
be
looked like
sick.
this show? That was like this.
That'd be
Oh,
sick.
dude. Would have been awesome. But
Yeah.
alas, we didn't get that. That's fine.
No, we didn't.
Huge props to the actors.
Huge.
Really, really good acting through and through.
Yeah.
Great CGI and sets and
Yes, that's
portrayal of Gotham and all of that. I even think I liked it better than it was portrayed in the Batman, and I think you see
Yeah.
it more in this.
Yeah, I would go with that.
I'm actually going to go. This made me want to go back and
Yeah.
rewatch the Batman
too.
just to kind of feel the
Yeah,
tie-in.
me too.
Even though the Batman was not my favorite movie, it wasn't my favorite Batman movie. I liked it, but I do understand it was on the boring side of Batman.
It's
you
a
know?
little long.
Yeah, but and just really good writing,
Oh, yeah.
good dialogue, good plot from start to finish.
And huge freaking shout out to the makeup artist for Colin Farrell.
Dude, yeah,
Holy crap.
whoever did that,
His name
deserves
it's like
all the love.
Mike something. I watched, they had this little 4-minute episode of the making of Penguin. Every day for 3 hours, the makeup artist did this. 3 hours. Colin Farrell just sits
That's
in a chair
insane.
getting the makeup on.
That's insane.
That's insane.
And he truly transforms into a different person.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I just recently learned that he's British or Australian or something.
Yeah, he's talking in
He's
the
not even
interview,
American.
and I'm like, whoa, holy crap.
It's like one thing to do an American accent, and it's another one to do like a New York Italian mobster accent. And I
Yeah.
was just like blown away.
Oh yeah, I was watching that little clip with my wife, and she was like, "Wait, that's him?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "That is insane." I'm like, "Oh, it's insane! Like, holy crap!"
It's crazy. it was like the first time that I saw Tom Holland in an interview because I had no idea that he was
Oh,
British.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the first time I saw him, I was like, wait a second. I've been lied to the whole time.
See, that was me. That was me with Hugh Laurie, the main guy from House. Because
Oh, really?
American accent, the entire show
guess
of
so,
House. And
huh?
even like Stuart Little. I mean, he's like normal American accent.
I forgot that he's the dad.
Oh yeah, he's the dad in Stuart Little.
Oh,
and then they were
that's
doing
so
an
funny.
interview of the final episode of House because like I was watching it as it was coming out, and they did an
Mm-hmm.
interview with him, and I was like, "Whoa, wait, hold on, he's British."
That's so funny. Oh. Yeah, but this show,
Highly recommend.
Stands
highly
above-
recommend.
yeah, it stands above all other shows in its genre.
And I think it stands
For sure.
as. I honestly feel like it stands as one of the greats.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will hold up for a long time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, obviously there are things that are better. There are things that have a higher, but at the same time, for just one season, which is all we have, it's a fantastic season because you think of stuff like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, or even just like other like Office or Friends, just like big, Sopranos, stuff like that. Those have at least 5+ seasons, right?
Right.
I wonder if we got 5 seasons of The Penguin, would it then really stand the test against like the best shows of all
Yeah.
time? Because
Yeah.
I already feel like it is really good, and we have one season, right?
Yeah. It's kind of in that like space where it's not long enough to get into like the conversation of the
Right.
great TV shows,
Right.
which is sad. And so it like needs more, but it's definitely not going to get more. So I'm
Yeah. What else would you? I mean,
like, I think,
what else do you do?
yeah. I mean, you can definitely make. Yeah, I mean, you can make a show about his character forever.
Yeah.
He's a mobster. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you just do that for a few seasons, but I don't think it got very watched. But
And I feel like they went through the whole character progression in the one season, right?
yeah,
Breaking Bad, Walter just keeps changing and changing and changing till the very end,
Yeah.
right? Jesse keeps changing and changing till the very end, where this is like, they knew it was going to be probably just one season. They didn't know if it was going to be popular. They were like, let's get it all out there. If it does well, maybe we'll make a second one. But it's like, where does his character go from here in terms of like development? Like, I feel like it's fully fleshed out,
yeah,
And it's great that they could do that in one season. And it's fleshed out, like you said, in a way that you didn't even know was going to happen. Like, you don't know him at all until like the last couple episodes. I mean, it's crazy.
yeah.
You think he's this one person, then he's this totally different person, and it works so well.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it's so cool. Yeah. Big recommend
yeah.
from me.
I could see studies of this show with how well they did his character development.
Yeah.
Like, just his psyche and like everything like that. I could totally see like some people doing some like real heavy, long YouTube videos of just really going through him and his like mental state and stuff. But,
I think that, let's see. So this is a TV mature show.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of language. There's not a lot of like gore, but there's a lot of killing. And there is, as far as I remember, there's one really, really brief nudity in the first episode.
I think that's it.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
there's anything else.
It's a really super good watch.
Yeah, please watch it.
It's crazy. And it's like, for me, it's not the kind of dark that made me feel icky.
Not like the Joker.
You know that? Not like the Joker, not like some of Breaking Bad, you know, some of like Game of Thrones that afterwards you just like feel super heavy.
I
Like
feel you
this
gotta
is
like
more
take
in
a
the
shower.
This is more in the entertaining dark area of TV for me, where I don't feel like afterwards I need to put on an episode of The Office to like survive.
Yeah.
You know?
The only time I would say that was the very last episode. There were a couple times where I was like, ooh, okay,
Yeah.
this got real.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
But it's not like
Yeah.
you said, Breaking Bad, where it's like every other episode and I'm like, oh, I don't feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what would you give it?
In a way, I'd give it a 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
you know, for like TV. If I'm being super, you know, methodical in my scoring and stuff, I'd probably go like 9.6.
Okay. Yeah, I was hovering between 9.4 and like 9.7. Just kind of around there. But like you said, like it almost feels like a 10 out of 10. I'll do 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I can't picture it being really any better.
Yes.
You know, maybe there are like some little nitpicky things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, and maybe some stuff will come to mind when we're
There's-
talking about it.
There was like one actor in particular that was like not the greatest, but
That's
it was,
true.
It was only for a little bit of time, so it wasn't like anything
Yeah.
super crazy.
Yeah.
But honestly, villain is great.
Yeah.
Fantastic acting job by basically all the main actors. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you have anything else spoiler free?
I don't think so. I think we should jump into it.
Okay. Get Max.
I want to talk about it.
If you already have it, watch it. I would even say, like, you don't even need to see the Batman to watch this show.
Not at all.
If you're like, don't have interest in watching the Batman, that's fine, but watch this show because this is really good.
Yeah.
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 You know his character. They do like a super quick like synopsis of what happened right at the beginning anyways. So you don't even need to worry about it. But if you're like, I don't know if I really cared to watch the Batman, watch this show because this is really good.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
and then go follow, subscribe, ring bells, check out our stuff, our things, our TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon. If you want us to review a movie or a TV show, check out our Patreon. We'll review something that you want us to watch. And join our YouTube. We're doing a franchise tournament right now. So
Yeah. Let's go. I'm so excited.
And currently Disney is losing to Fast and Furious, which is kind of insane.
I mean, dude.
Bro,
Craig's
Disney-
never seen the Fast and Furious.
Where Disney might be
movies.
knocked off in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean,
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
but, I mean,
crazy.
people are kind of mad.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Tokyo Drift. That's the main one. Go Japan in Tokyo.
You need to watch more.
I know.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Want to jump in spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's jump into it.
Let's jump into some spoilers.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna just start at the visuals.
Yeah, we'll start at visuals.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Go ahead.
for me, everything looked fantastic.
Yeah.
A bomb goes off. It looked amazing. There was like one scene where Sophia burns their house down. That like the flames on the inside look really good, and then the flames on the outside looked fine. But it wasn't like anything like, oh man, like those really terrible AI generated flames or anything like that. But like all the shots and everything that they have from the first episode until the last episode are so cool.
Yeah.
There's some like super cool slow motion shots of like everything.
It just, yeah.
And like you said, Gotham looks so cool.
It looks so cool.
And it was so run down and stuff in like certain aspects, which was, it looked great.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a big set.
Yeah. It's, I don't have anything to say about it.
I know.
It's so good. You know, it's literally like the CGI, color grading, shot choices, set design, art direction. It's all just exactly what I would picture Gotham to be.
Yeah.
To a T.
To a T.
Which is one of my very, very small complaints with like the Dark Knight trilogy, where I feel like it doesn't look different enough.
Gotham just looks like a city.
It's just definitely Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
New York, Chicago.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
Seattle,
New York. It's just
something.
a city, but Gotham just feels like a comic book city for
Yeah.
some reason in this one. So
Which is, you know,
I think they did a good job.
They did a really good job. And
Yeah.
I'm like replaying just a bunch of like different scenes. Like Vic killing his first person. What was his name? The one drug guy. Like that whole scene was insane. Sophia.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about in the first one? In the first episode?
No, when he killed. No, it's like probably like the fifth one. Fifth or sixth, where he's that guy keeps bugging him about getting a job working for him, and he's like tries to pay him off, and then the guy's like, "You can't just pay me off. Like, take me to your boss now." And he's like, "Okay," and then he shoots the dude. It was just like horrible. It wasn't quite as crazy or intense as Jesse in Breaking Bad when he has to kill that one individual, but like
Yeah.
still like really good and just like, dang, like that one hit.
Yeah.
But dude, this last episode when freaking Sophia's pouring gasoline on everything. Oh no, not alcohol on everything. And she just puts the 3 cigarettes in her mouth and just keeps flicking them in different places. Dude, like, she's so cool. That character was awesome.
She's so cool.
I bet they had a blast with like costume design and like everything like
Yeah.
that too.
Dude, I know we're talking about visuals, but she is such a well-written,
Yeah.
just kind of villain. This whole show, too, is just about villains.
It is. Because that's the
It's
thing.
like everybody's the bad guy, but still.
The Penguin is the villain, right? I mean, he is literally
Yeah.
a villain, and by the end, he is a villain. Holy crap. He's the worst villain out of all of them. Like
Yeah.
literally, you take the villains in this show, and he is 100 times worse than them.
He
He really is. I mean,
He betrays all of them.
he betrays all of them, and he kills
whole time.
all the people that they love and everything like that in fantastic ways. Like the son walking up to the mom all covered in gasoline, and then he freaking sets the lighter on and burns the dude. Like so cool.
That is one of the
right?
best scenes, dude. And it looks so good.
And it looks so cool. And you're sitting here thinking, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm rooting for this guy. It's to me, it's very reminiscent of Breaking Bad. The show felt a lot like that. You have Walter and Jesse, and then you have the Penguin and Vic, you know, and just the part where you're like rooting for him until like the very end, and then you're like, oh, you're kind of a monster. Like literally a monster. You are literally a horrible, horrible human being. And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I should root for you anymore. You know?
Yeah, and well, that's the thing is you go so back and forth with him,
Yeah.
not knowing if you like him or not.
Yeah, because like
And
with
then you're like, oh.
all 7 episodes, like with Vic and everything, it's like, oh, bro, like, okay,
Yeah.
he's a bad guy, but at the same time, he just wants to run Gotham, you know, like,
Yeah, that's all.
yeah, and then
And he's taking care of his mama.
yeah, he's taking care of his
you know?
mom. He
it's like,
he
that's
takes
not
care of
that bad.
Vic, and then like 10 minutes into the last episode, you're like, oh my gosh, what the hell?
Yeah.
You're horrible.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're talking too much about story. I know we're talking about visuals.
We are.
But I want to talk about the story
We'll get
so
into
bad.
it. I know. We'll get into it. Let's just run through our visual. I don't have that many visual notes. I just think it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks great. Shots are awesome. His car is great. His suits are awesome. I will say Arkham looks great. The jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought that whole flashback visually with her was very cool and very much showed like the horribleness of that place. They did that very well, visually.
Yeah, super well.
And so
I think everything that was like semi-violent or anything involving death, shots, all that kind of stuff, I think was done really well. There's a really cool one. I think it's in the final episode. The Penguin walks out of a building and there's a guy like super close to the camera. There's a guy who he hates, and you see the Penguin walk out like in the background, and he shoots him, and it goes right through the guy's like eye, and the blood splatters on the camera. So good.
So cool. That was a great
really
shot.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great one. Oh, so cool.
So, I'm trying to decide if the fire looking not the greatest, it deserves a point off, or if it doesn't. Because there's literally nothing else in this show that looks bad. And
I mean, what fire are you talking about? With the people on fire?
no, when she burns down the house,
Oh, you didn't think it looked good?
just the outside didn't. The when it's inside and she's throwing like the cigarettes and stuff, like that'll look good. But then when it like panned to the outside and she's looking at the building, it just didn't look great. It looked fine.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But like, it's such a minuscule thing, and everything else looks so good. Okay, I'll do 199.9.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 199.9. I am actually going to give this a 200.
Okay.
I think for a TV show, it's like as good as you can get.
Yeah, it looks really good.
You know,
it's good.
It's close to perfect.
Yeah, it is.
It's real close. It's close enough for me.
Yeah.
Should we skip story and just not talk about it?
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, I
joking.
didn't really have anything to say about the story. So let's just skip acting 2.
That's a good idea.
Let's talk only about the score else, and then let's just end it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I have to say, I guess. Should we just wrap it up?
Yeah, good episode.
Good.
See you
good
next
episode.
week.
Just the one.
See you next week for nothing.
Oh, this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're done doing the podcast. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Okay, the story.
Okay. What do you want to talk about first? Do you want to go like episode by episode and really quickly
no, dude, I
like,
want to talk about
break
the
down
ending so
what
bad.
happens? Okay, Craig,
yeah,
talk about the ending.
No, we can go episode by episode and break down what happens.
Okay. So episode 1.
Yes.
Do you remember what happens?
He meets Vic.
He meets Vic.
Vic's trying to steal.
First, he goes and he kills Alberto Falcone.
Oh, that's right.
Falcone. Is it Falcone or Falcone? I like that they
think
say
it's
it
Falcone.
differently. I think different people say it differently.
Yeah.
Which I actually really like because that feels kind of real.
It feels authentic. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels kind of real. So he goes and he basically is
He's trying to steal something to like blackmail somebody or something like that.
I can't remember exactly.
Is that where he
what
gets the
he's
pictures?
That's
Okay.
what it is. He gets
Yeah.
the pictures of the one Falcone. Well, is the other guy a Falcone or is he like a friend?
I can't remember. I think he's a Falcon.
But anyway,
Yeah.
he's in the family basically.
And he's been sleeping with the boss's wife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Which is insane. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. Good idea. So
So he goes to steal that.
yeah, so he kills him.
Yeah.
When he comes out, he finds this group of kids trying to steal the wheels off of his car.
Yeah.
And he starts shooting at them, and then he's gonna kill one of them, and then he's like, you know what? I got use for you. I'm gonna turn you into like my little minion guy. You're gonna be my driver.
Yeah.
You know, that's my best penguin.
Your
Sorry-
driver.
Sorry about
And that was
it.
pretty good.
It's the driver. I'm gonna be a driver.
You're going
Is that the wrong person?
Christopher
I know,
Walken right there.
the Christopher Walken. Okay. And that's basically, I mean, that's it. He's kind of like, you're getting into kind of knowing all of the kind of the players of the game.
Yeah, you
a
meet
little bit.
Sophia,
You meet Sophia.
and she thinks that he killed her brother.
Yeah. And Sophia is Carmine's daughter. Was Carmine killed by the Batman?
Yes.
Okay. So Carmine dies in the movie The Batman, who I believe is played in The Batman by the guy from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But in this movie is not,
Oh, I think you're
Or in
right.
this show?
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think it's a different
Because
person.
I was like, different person. That's a different actor. Okay. Okay, so that's episode 1. To make this easier, I did have ChatGPT write us a quick summary. Would you like me to read it? Of each
Beautiful.
episode? They're very short, but I figured, and if they're wrong, sorry, but I haven't even read over them yet. Okay. So in episode 2, the Penguin's power is threatened when he discovers a mole within his operation, forcing him to take brutal action to root out the traitor. After a tense confrontation, he kills his trusted lieutenant, implicating him in the betrayal, and solidifies his control over his criminal empire. But the fallout leaves him with even more enemies lurking in the shadows.
Whoa.
Dun, dun, dun.
ChatGPT, let's go.
ChatGPT for the win. Let's go.
Wait, so who does he kill in episode 2?
It's the guy he's working with. I can't remember his name. I should have taken more copious notes,
He's working with.
but I don't remember his name. I think he's a cop.
Well, there's the mayor guy that.
But there's the dirty cop.
Here's the problem.
And-
Here's a problem with weekly
don't know.
episodes. You forget so many things.
You forget some details.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Okay,
anyway,
anyways,
good
okay.
episode.
Yeah.
Okay, episode 3. The Penguin works with. Oh, that was me. I wrote that. Let's see if my summary and ChatGPT's is the same. So ChatGPT says that the Penguin's growing empire faces new challenges as he comes into conflict with a powerful drug syndicate pushing a dangerous new substance, Bliss, on Gotham streets. After an intense and bloody showdown, the Penguin takes control of the drug trade, but the victory comes at a cost as he becomes more deeply entangled in Gotham's darker underworld, pushing him further toward moral decay.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's.
This is the episode where they introduce the Bliss, right? They go
Yeah.
to the club. They're giving it out to everybody. Victor almost leaves with his girlfriend.
Dang, that's episode 3?
That's episode 3.
Okay.
Okay, which is what I wrote that down because I was trying
Yeah.
to keep notes and then I forgot. But he almost leaves with his girlfriend. Penguin and Sophia get confronted, and Victor comes back and smashes the dude with his with the car. Right. So there's that whole altercation outside. You think Victor has gone. Well, Victor did go to the train station or the bus station or whatever to leave with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, I gotta stay. You know, I've got to live up to this whatever. Right. And he comes back and just murders somebody. Which
and that's where
real cool.
And that's where Sophia finds out. No, that's later.
No, that is where,
that where
she finds out that the Penguin betrayed her, but we don't find out that she found out there until the next episode.
Okay.
Then the next episode, they show us like all of that stuff, but from a different point of view and a little bit more drawn out. Because in episode 3 at the end, the Penguin escapes and we leave with them.
Yes.
Right? We're kind of focused on him. And then in episode 4 at the beginning, they're showing more like Sophia's side and stuff.
And that's
Victor
when we get her
comes and
backstory.
rescues the Penguin. Yeah. So Victor comes, rescues the Penguin, they leave, but then they stay on Sophia. And that's where we get her backstory. So we get the backstory of her going to Arkham. Her dad framed her, set her up for he was hanging these women. Do we find out why he was hanging the women? Or was he just a lunatic?
I think he was just crazy.
Okay, he was just crazy.
Like he killed his mom, his own wife. He was killing all these other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in there for 10 years.
Yep.
And then, I'm trying to see if there's anything in the ChatGPT that's worth saying.
And I think you find out in that episode that the Penguin helped too to put her in Arkham.
Yeah. So
and Penguin had always been
ratted her out.
Yeah, and he had been her
Not ratted
driver
her out, he
for
framed
like
her.
10 years or something.
Yeah.
And they were
he
actually
had
really
told
good.
Carmine. He told Carmine that Sophia was going to talk to a reporter, or that she did talk to a reporter.
Right.
And I think he kind of embellished the story a little bit to make her dad think that she was telling on him, kind of, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and then they show her in Arkham, and she's there for 10 years.
Yeah. And
and just
then
shows how she's
never even killed a person before. Like
no,
never hurt anybody.
Innocent,
Yeah.
completely innocent.
And then she goes crazy in Arkham.
She goes crazy, and she kills some gals.
Yeah.
She smashes some ladies
With the freaking lunch
with the lunch tray.
and the guards
and
just
all
watch.
that stuff. Yeah,
And
it is. That for me was the best episode of the show.
Yeah, it was really
some
good.
ways.
It was really
That was my
good.
favorite, at least.
Yeah. Well, that's where you
Which I
meet the
think is kind of
therapist.
rare. Yeah, you meet the therapist, who I still can't tell like what his angle is.
Yeah. I think he
He
just
like kind of loves her and wants to help her, but is also a little bit of like a control freak.
Yeah, well, and I don't even know if he's a control freak or if he wants her to control him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that was a really good episode. That was
Yeah.
a really, really good episode.
really good. Episode 5.
Okay.
No, sorry. At the end of that episode, she kills her whole family.
Okay.
A little plot point there.
Yeah,
she
just-
releases gas into the
Little-
HVAC of
Little teeny plot point.
Yeah, just a little teeny thing. She releases gas in the HVAC of the Maroney family home and kills everyone except for one dude
And the daughter.
and the little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not his daughter, her sister's daughter.
Yeah. So, episode 5, the Mr. Penguin has at this point, I don't know if he does it during this or has before, but he kidnaps the Maroney son.
Right.
And the Maroney is a rival gang family. And he kidnaps the son and he holds them for ransom. And
Because there's really
Kind of. Not
there's
really.
like 3 people at play. There's a penguin who wants to be the drug lord. There's Sophia who wants to be the drug lord, and then there's Salvatore Maroney who wants to be the drug lord.
Mm-hmm.
But Sal is in prison.
yeah, Sal's in prison.
But he kind of runs the prison in a way. And so
Yeah.
Maroney, who is it?
Sal?
No, the son.
I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay. His son is the one that the penguin kidnaps
Yeah.
and holds him for ransom.
Yeah.
For ransom.
For ransom. So, in this episode, we get one of my favorite scenes. The penguin pays to have Papa Maroney, stabbed in prison. Okay? Guard shows up, stabs him. You think he's dead. He's not dead.
Nope.
He's still alive.
They never die.
So the penguin goes to the mama. And he said, yeah, I'm going to release your son. I'm going to give you back your son. But you've got all the mushrooms that I want.
Yep.
So I'm going to trade you. The son gets out of the truck, dripping wet.
Yep.
And for me at first, I was like, weird, whatever. He was probably torturing him. Now he's soaked. And then as he started walking towards the mom, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I didn't guess it
He wouldn't
until
be
the
so
lighter.
wet just for nothing. And then he gets to the mom, and the penguin whips out the lighter and lights them both on fire. And it's crazy.
It's insane.
And it is so cool.
It's so cool. The one thing that I will say about that though, I would feel like the mom, as the sun was coming up, would have been like, "Whoa, you smell a lot like gas or alcohol,"
Good point, dude.
and
That's
maybe would
that's a
have
really
been
good
like,
point.
"Hold on, I don't want to get close to you. What are you covered in?"
Yeah. Oh,
Anyways,
yeah.
but maybe it was a different liquid because the guy doesn't even seem to know what he's covered in.
Good point.
Or is he
Oh, does he have his mouth? He has his mouth
gagged?
taped, doesn't he?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, episode 6. I don't really remember, so I'm going to read it. The Penguin seeks to solidify his power by attending a high-stakes meeting with Gotham's most influential crime bosses, where he plans to negotiate a new alliance through intimidation and cunning. The episode culminates in a bloody power play with the Penguin eliminating a key rival and securing his position at the top of Gotham's criminal underworld, but not without making new enemies in the process.
This is where Sal kidnaps Penguin. And then Penguin and Sal
yeah.
have that big fight, and then Sal like has a freaking stroke or heart attack.
Is
or
that
something.
when Sal dies?
Yeah, that's when he dies.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And then he stabs him like 10 times, but he looks at him like in his eyes as he's dying, and he's like, "I won."
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I won. Don't you forget
Yeah.
that I beat you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was a good
It's
episode.
so interesting, too. Like, there has to be, I think there's so much depth behind that because I think it's part of the Penguin's story that he does not actually get to kill Sal.
Right.
And
right.
that's something that's, I think, going to eat at him.
Right.
Where it's like, he wants to kill him, and while he's beating him up, Sal just like has a heart attack and dies.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kill was taken from
Yes.
Oswald. You know,
Which is
and
why
it's
he
like,
goes up to him and he's like, I won, I beat you.
I won, and he shoots him. Does he shoot him?
No, I
too,
think does he shoot him
afterwards?
or he stabs him?
I think he stabs him there, and then he shoots him a few times
that's
afterwards.
What it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So also a very good episode. It's cool because now you're seeing like, is that, yeah. So they've, at this point, they are, they've set
Underground.
up the mushroom bliss factory underground.
Yep, they're underground.
In the sewer. Well, they're not in the sewers, but they're underground.
yeah.
And then episode 7.
Well, that's where. No, never mind. Keep going.
no, episode 7's where
Yeah.
they blow it up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Which is insane. Basically,
Yeah.
Sophia is supposed to meet the Penguin underground, and at this point, she's just done. She doesn't even care about the drug business or anything. She just basically wants to kill the Penguin and then just leave, like get out of Dodge. And
Yeah.
so, and Penguin's always kind of been like a few steps ahead for majority of the show. Always feels like he knows what he's doing, and he gets out of things like in smart ways. That's the one thing I've really liked about this show is it doesn't feel like, oh, like there was just a random knife around him that he used to be able to kill somebody or something like that. You know, just a dumb reason
Yeah.
for something to happen. Everything has felt like he's outsmarted people. or he's measled his way out in some way or done something like that, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, she's supposed to meet him underground. And so the car pulls up and he's on the phone with her and he like looks in like the car and like there's nobody in there. And then he looks in the trunk and sees the bomb. And that's when Sophia's like, she's like, you should probably have enough time to get out. Maybe not. And like, yeah. And because this whole time she's been trying to kidnap him and keep him alive to torture him to like figure out everything. But now she's just like, you might be able to make it out or not really caring if he's going to die anymore. Mm-hmm. And then you have a super awesome explosion. And then he gets kidnapped by the dirty cop.
Is this the same? What episode do we get Oswald's flashback?
This is the episode.
About his childhood. This is the episode.
No.
So you find out.
No. Episode 6 is when you get his flashback.
Is that episode 6? You find out that when Oswald was a kid, he was like playing with his brothers. And he kind of got upset that they left him.
Well, because they were basically, it was almost like hide and go seek or something that they were playing.
Yeah.
And they went to a place that they knew he couldn't get to because of his leg.
Of his bum leg.
Yeah.
And so he finally gets down there or whatever, and then he locks them in something in the sewer.
Yeah. He starts to go down, and then he's like, you know what? Screw this. I hate you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Climbs back up the ladder just a couple steps, and then just closes the door.
Yeah, and they drown and die.
While he's sitting at home with his mom saying he wasn't with them. They went to see the movies. Mm-hmm. And not as it goes on, there's times where he kind of looks worried, and there's other times where he's almost like smiling, like he's happy.
Yeah.
Because he just wants to be with his mom.
That was when I started to realize that he was not the person that I thought he was.
Right.
Because I think for the majority of the show, or at least the first, 50, 60% of the show, you think Oz is like, he's this gangster, but he's got a heart and he's taking care of his mom and he's trying to give Vic this like good life, even though it's as a gangster, but he's still trying to help him out. And then as you get to know like his backstory and things progress a little bit further towards the end, you start to realize that he is this deeply deranged control freak who is obsessed with receiving praise.
Yeah. He wants respect.
And he will stop at nothing.
Yeah, he wants respect. He wants people to know his name, and he wants his mom to be proud of him.
Yeah.
Like,
so
literally.
He turns from this person that I'm like, oh, he's not like that much of a villain. Like
you can vote for him.
He's kind of, he's
you
misunderstood,
root for him.
And then at the end, I'm like, oh, he's bad.
Oh, he's horrible.
He's bad people.
Yeah, he's worse.
And he's messed up in the head.
He's worse than Sophia. He's worse than Salvatore.
Oh, for sure.
Because Sophia, she kills her entire family, but like her family was horrible people,
Yeah.
Where
I really like her.
Oh, yeah. And not to say like, oh, they're horrible people. They all deserve to die. I'm not saying that. But like, she may have killed technically more people than him. Well, I don't even know. Probably not. But
yeah, probably not.
Probably not. But he is like, I mean, we'll get into this with the last episode. But like, killing people just because they've seen him at a weak point before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So the finale.
Yeah.
Okay. Sophia burns the family house down, decides she's going to take off.
Yep.
But
before that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We have one of the craziest therapy sessions of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, holy crap. And some phenomenal acting in this entire sequence. So basically, Sophia has the penguin tied up, and he's got his mom, and the therapist guy that she met in Arkham is now with her and has been doing these sessions with the mom because the mom is like, she's got something. They say it a couple times.
It's dementia.
Yeah. And so she's
Kind
not-
of.
Yeah. I don't remember the disease that they say that she has. But like, so
Yeah.
anyways, they figure out basically everything that happened in his past because of the therapy sessions with her. It's like totally, hypnosis, crazy lights and stuff like that. And so Sophia brings them both together, the Penguin and his mom, and she is just trying to basically like let them have at it to actually like get down to the truth and like kind of go through their feelings,
Yeah.
because she wants the Penguin to be hurt. She wants the mom to say that she hates him or knows that, because you don't know this whole time. You don't know that she knows that he was the one that killed the two kids.
Yeah. His brothers.
Yeah, it's not until episode 8 where you find out that she knew that he was with them, even though he lied saying he wasn't with them. And so she assumes he was the one that locked him down there.
Yeah.
And so then you figure out that the mom tried to kill him.
Have him killed.
Yeah, which is insane. And so, yeah.
She keeps saying, I got the devil in my house.
I know. So they have this crazy, basically therapy session where the Penguin literally will not tell the truth. Like, he refuses to admit what he did to the point where they are about to cut his mom's finger off.
Yeah, they've already cut through it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna chop it off.
Yeah. And he still
And
won't.
he
He still won't.
He'll just deny it.
Yeah. And that the
Because
mom.
he will not risk being like having anybody think anything bad about him.
Right. Yeah. That's bad on
Especially
his
his
image.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the mom goes crazy and basically says, you were going to let him cut off my finger. I know what you did. You still can't even tell the truth. And like says, I hate you. You're a disappointment, all this other stuff, and goes like so crazy, breaks this bottle and stabs him.
I forgot that she stabbed him.
Yeah, stabs him in the stomach, and then she sees her two kids after she stabs him and just has like this freaking psychedelic moment and then just passes out from a freaking stroke.
And then he goes Hulk strength.
Yeah.
And he rips himself out of the chair. There's an altercation. I'm talking like a cop. There's some gunshots, etc.
Yeah.
He escapes, and that's when he shoots the guy in the face
Yeah.
from the back. He shoots the
So
guy
good.
in the back of his face, and escapes. And Sophia decides it's time to move on, basically. So she lights her family's house on fire.
Yep.
Which I love because she says, who wants all of this? Whoever can bring me the Penguin can have all of this.
Yeah.
And then as everybody's out there looking for him, she just burns it all down.
She burns everything down.
She's awesome, dude.
She's so good.
She's like, I'm going to get political real quick. She's proof that it's not like when people like don't like a show that has a woman lead, it's not because it's a woman ever.
No,
it's just
no.
because you've written it poorly. Because
Or you got
she's
the wrong
proof
actress.
that we love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would have anything bad to say about her.
No.
Written perfectly, acted perfectly. I mean, it's
If anything,
It's awesome.
she is better than the Penguin. Like
oh yeah.
through and through by just how good
And
she is.
I like that this show really, I think most of the time felt like it had two leads.
Yes.
Like it really followed both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was a smart choice,
Yeah.
and they were both worth following, So then the Penguin ends up. What does he do?
So
How does he get her?
He brings his mom to the hospital.
Oh yeah.
The mom well, anyways, she brings her to the hospital. Then he goes with Vic to the mayor, because he got the power on in the Crown Point with this mayor guy, and he goes to the mayor to basically give him this opportunity to be like, "You'll be the talk of the century. You'll be the coolest mayor." All this other kind of stuff, and so Sophia sends out a bounty for the Penguin, says, "Bring him to me. You'll get everything." And so he gets kidnapped. You don't realize yet. I mean, obviously you can think about it, but he gets kidnapped by this the
Other gangster.
the Chinese guy.
Other family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's this other guy that's on his team that has now crossed over to the Penguin that you don't know about because Vic was like standing up for him and everything like that. And so they kidnap
Yeah.
and they bring him to Sophia. And when Sophia's about to do something, then there's this big shootout where the guy that's now on Penguin's side kills a whole bunch of people, and so does the Penguin. And then he's like, "Sophia, let's go for a drive like old times."
Mm-hmm.
So he brings her out to this bridge. Well, this little pier basically underneath this bridge where this little river's at, and he tells her to turn around and it's going to kill her.
Yeah, he's got a gun to her
Got
head.
a gun to her head, and you see this big helicopter light come down.
Yeah.
He's gone. Police come, and he had talked to the mayor about having Sophia go down for everything, take the fall for every single thing.
And he knows that Arkham is a way worse punishment than death
Oh yeah,
for
yeah,
Sophia.
yeah. If he had killed her, it would have been 1,000 times better for her.
And because it's a great setup for future content.
It is.
If you've got a great character, you never kill him, you put him in jail.
Yeah, but it's horrible. It's horrible because
Yeah.
the mercy way would have just been to kill her, but he doesn't want
And
to do that. He wants her to suffer.
What's crazy is if you had to choose, she's the good guy in this show
She is compared to
Like-
him, 100%.
compared to him. Now, Vic is the true good guy.
Of course.
And so the Penguin comes back and is talking to Vic outside of the hospital. And Vic kind of gives him this little thing of like, "Hey, you're like family to me. We've seen each other vulnerable."
Well,
I-
the Penguin has a breakdown with his mom.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you find
Yeah,
out
yeah,
that
yeah.
his mom is now a vegetable because of everything
Yeah.
that happened. And he's trying to tell her, "We're celebrating. Everything's done. I did it." And now she can't speak. She can't talk.
Yeah.
And he just wants her to say that she's proud of him. That's it. He just
Yeah.
wants her to say that
Yeah.
she's proud of him. And so he like has this whole breakdown, crying, everything like that with his mom. And then keep going.
Yeah, and then Vic is talking to him and is basically giving him the like, "I love you, man," talk, and we're brothers now and all this stuff. And then,
He says he can't take him with him on his next adventure.
yeah, and the Penguin chokes him to death, and it was the saddest thing in the whole show.
It was as brutal as it needed to be.
Did you see it coming at all?
No. Like,
Me neither.
okay. That's hard to phrase because I always wondered if he was going to.
Yeah, that's true. I did have it in the back of my mind of like, oh, is he going to use him and then like get rid of him?
Yeah, but I
just
think
didn't see
that
it
was
happening
gonna,
like
yes.
this.
I thought Vic was
Yeah.
definitely going to die. I just, for some reason, had this horrible feeling that he was. I was hoping that maybe he wouldn't, but then
I thought it was going to be more of like the Penguin leaving him out to dry somehow.
Yeah.
Something like that,
Yeah.
or leaving him behind, or finding something out and then like shooting him on an impulse or something. But
Right.
this just felt so much more like
Oh, it's so
Personal?
personal.
he does it because he cannot see, or he cannot have anybody who has seen him be weak
Yeah.
be alive.
Yeah, exactly.
He cannot handle that emotionally.
No, he can't handle that portrayal of himself. He
Yeah.
can't have weakness. So he saw him break down with his mom, and he's got to die now.
Yeah.
And it's so and I watched the like after
Yeah, me too.
episode thing, and they talk about that scene and like how they didn't want to just cut away from it. They wanted it to be slow and prolonged. So you really understood how horrible this was. You really understood like
Yeah.
his mind and where he's at. And just, I mean, literally like my wife hadn't seen really any of the show. And then I was watching this last episode, like next to her. And she was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck? Like, that's terrible.
It's like one of the hardest things to watch.
yeah.
Because it's just like mostly on Vic's face. And he's just like, please don't
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
let
And
me
he's
go.
just hitting him. He's like trying to stop him and everything and just
Yeah.
pleading with him. It is terrible. It's horrible. And
It's
it
so
accomplishes
super sad.
everything and it needs to
Yeah.
in a horrible way. And that's where I said the ending is so good but horrible. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
It was
very hard.
It was super well written and directed.
Yeah. That's where I felt icky. That's
that's the icky part.
That's where I felt like I needed to watch an episode of The Office.
For sure. For sure. And then, so like you get all of this development in like the last 5 or 10 minutes because that happens and then it kind of cuts to the future a little bit. And the Penguin he's looking fly. He's got a brand new Rolls Royce. He's got this
Got a new
penthouse
car.
up in Gotham. And he's got his mom in a hospital bed. She's still a vegetable,
Yep.
overlooking the city because he had always promised her he's
Yeah.
going to get her a penthouse overlooking the city. And he's got,
And they could have left it there and it would have been great.
yeah.
But they didn't.
But you know what? They didn't. And then he goes
They
into the
took it
next
one
room.
step
And in the next
further.
room is the prostitute that he's been, I don't know what they are, right? Because
Yeah.
she's a prostitute, right?
Yeah.
But I think she's like, did maybe kind of have feelings for him or whatever. They're like, he like pays her for stuff, but then I think they're also like friends.
And I think he
it's a
definitely
complicated
likes her.
relationship. Yeah. But she is wearing his mom's dress.
Yep.
And he's like, tell me that you're proud of me. Tell me that you love me. Tell me that I did it. All that kind of stuff. And I would assume he's paying her. So now he's paying this prostitute to portray his mother.
Yes. And she's
that
talking
he
to him
can-
like she's the mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Just so that he can receive this validation that he
Yeah.
can now not get from his mom.
And they're dancing.
And it is,
like that night that they were supposed to
Yeah.
go and dance.
dude, it's sickening.
It's icky. That's the other icky part that I'm like, oh,
but it's such good character
it's
writing.
such good character writing.
It's so deep.
so good.
You think that he's this just basic gangster with a little bit of a heart, and you end knowing that he needs everything. He psychologically feels the absolute need and the right to just have everything, and also to have people tell him that he did it and that he is the best. And it is like,
Yeah.
it's so yucky.
It's so yucky. Oh.
Yeah.
And so
It's
well
bad
done.
news.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It's so good because you feel that ickiness. You feel so
Yep.
just ugh.
Yeah.
It
And then
didn't need to be there, but it needed to be
No.
there.
what's the last frame?
Batman symbol. Because
Yep.
she says
They shine the bat signal up in the sky.
because she says something like nobody can stand in your way now, or you're the top
Mm-hmm.
of you're at the top of the gang or something like that, and then they show the Batman symbol in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm like,
And
are they gonna obviously if they make a Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson, I would assume he would come back and he would probably be the main villain.
well, I read that the script just got finished,
Oh.
so it's coming.
And is it like
It's
Robert
happening.
Pattinson and Matt Reeves and like everything?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Because they did that, and this is a quick spoiler for the Batman, but they did that super dumb Joker tease at the very end I don't want that.
And they should avoid it.
I know. I want Colin Farrell to come back and it just be the Batman and the Penguin.
It'd be really cool.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Yeah. So after all that, Craig, what would you give the story?
Oh, it's so good. I mean, yeah. See, and even that's the thing, though. Even the first episode, yeah, I could technically classify it as a little slower than the rest of the show, but it was not. It hooked me in from the first episode.
Yeah, because the beginning is, and we talked about this when we talked about the first episode, but it's like it's a little boring, and he goes up and he's talking to Alberto, and it's like okay, and then all of a sudden he's like, you know what? Poof, 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 and he shoots him like 5 times, and then I think the show just like took off running from there.
You meet Sophia, and you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? Like,
yeah.
I mean, ugh. I don't have any complaints.
Okay. 200 it is.
Yeah, I don't have any complaints.
That's exactly what I was going to give it.
Everything was great. Everything was well done. It flowed beautifully. The side characters were all good. It didn't linger anywhere. It did not end in any way that I thought it was going to. And it was great and icky and horrible and amazing. And yeah.
The dialogue was so good through the entire show.
Yeah.
The plot was great. The episode structure was wonderful.
Yeah, the flashback of the kids was
were
horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. All the flashbacks were long enough to tell the story, and they were all super pertinent to everything that you needed to know, which is not usually the case.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, props.
Okay.
Big props. So let's talk about the acting.
Okay, so
a little bit more than we already have.
The only actor that I just didn't really care for was him as a young kid.
Really?
I just thought he was fine. I mean, it's hard.
I thought he was so good, especially because he's got the accent, right? So he's like this little kid, and he's talking like he's like, "Ma, I'm gonna take care of you, Ma."
I guess for some reason it didn't feel like normal. I guess.
Right. I mean, he overdid it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the character too.
Yeah.
I mean, she overdid it sometimes too. She'd like go really heavy on the accent, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're working for me now.
Yeah.
You're working for me.
Yeah, she definitely did fluctuate a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, everybody else was fantastic. The therapist was maybe the only other one that was like, he was fine.
Yeah, he was fine. What did you think about Vic?
I think he did really well.
I think he did good too. I think there were moments where I was like, is he not very good, or is he actually doing a really good job? Because so the character has a stutter, right?
Yeah.
So it's got that kind of discomfort watching him, because even if it's not in a rude way, just like watching somebody speak with a stutter, it's got just kind of that, like almost an uneasy feeling where you kind of almost feel bad for them.
Yeah, you want to help them.
And you want to help them, but on the other hand, that mean part of you like wants them to just like spit it out. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all subconscious, right? You're not trying to do that, but so it was hard to kind of judge like where he was at for me on an acting level, but I think as far as acting goes, he did do a good job, because he was portraying this person that was definitely like not fit to be in the position he was in.
Yeah.
He was very out of place on purpose.
Yeah.
So,
no,
but I think he did a good job.
He did good. Sophia, Colin Farrell,
and
then like majority of everybody else is just like just a little bit lower, right?
Yeah. Sal was really good.
Sal was great. The family, a lot of the family members were great, especially the one that she keeps alive. Like he did great being the person that he was. The dirty cop was good. The mayor was fine. The mom did really well in a lot of aspects, and then a lot of times, it felt a little. And I just couldn't tell if it was like meant to be over the top or if
Right.
I just couldn't tell exactly what. Kind of the same thing with Vic, where I was like, I feel like you're like this A-list actress, and then other times you feel like a B-list actress. You know, like it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
but like Sophia and Colin Farrell are like 200s, right?
Dude, yeah.
Sophia's like a 201. Colin Farrell's a 200. So,
dude, Colin Farrell, just the voice, man.
Oh,
just the voice.
And something that I was also reading was, and I totally didn't even realize this, when he's in the presence of other people, his limp gets less because he didn't want to show the weakness of his limp with other people.
That's so cool.
When he's on his own, he's really limping. But then when he's like we're in the presence of other people, it's very small.
I never noticed that. That's really
cool.
Huh. I think I'm gonna give the acting a 199.
Okay, I was thinking like 197.
Okay,
just very, very good overall. Just a few people that were they were good.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so music.
Yeah.
Now, music in a TV show for me is a little tricky.
It's very hard.
Because I do feel like it just kind of repeats.
Yep.
You know? There wasn't a lot that stood out to me.
Okay, so there is a few scenes that really stood out to me.
Cool.
And I didn't write it down. I wish I had.
Okay.
There was this one scene where he was walking, and I think it's with Sophia, but it's like slow motion, and it's got kind of almost like this heavy, like, and it's not dubstep, but it's almost like a heavy EDM or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, yo, like this is sick. Like, what is this? Cool. And then I remember the club, honestly, like having like a pretty like good beat to it. Obviously the ending credits song is really cool. And then I want to say there was like another point that had like some just that like that music. Like think of like I know you're not a huge fan of him, but in Black Panther, when they're walking in that, like, it's not a club, but it's like that like
the
place.
Casino thing.
What?
You're talking about the casino?
Yeah, the casino, and it's got the Weekend song in the background.
Oh,
and you're just like, bro, like I'm a bad A right now. Like I'm like walking tall. Like I felt like there was a lot of like that kind of stuff that was like, pumped. Like, like it just, you felt like a bad A, like in this show.
Yeah. I don't have anything that stood out to me except for in the first episode I did make a note of a good song that happened like right after they have lunch with Sophia.
I think I remember that too.
But I do think the music was good though throughout the show.
Yeah.
You can just kind of, I wasn't paying a ton of attention to it, but you can tell that it was good because like everything was working so well that the music had to have been good, you know?
And I will say in the part where he chokes out Vic, there is no sound.
No music.
Well, no music. No music,
Yeah.
sorry. There's sound. There's no music, which
it's just him
which
choking,
makes it even
basically, to
worse.
death. Yeah. Definitely.
So lack of music making it really good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I like you said, it's hard because how do you judge it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they had combined all of this into one movie, I would probably say the score was pretty killer because like there is some really
Yeah.
cool songs in it, but spread out across 8 episodes, it's like, oh yeah, they had a couple good songs here and there, and then it was just kind of meh.
Yeah, true.
But there are a lot of other shows that have done, like for me, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul has like some really just killer music all throughout it, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll do a 181
Okay.
because it's definitely, I remember having some moments where like it stuck in my mind and I was like, ooh, I really like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 180.
Cool.
That's my number.
Cobain's.
Okay. So what's your vibe? One?
Yeah, 1.
Oh, just one.
Just
I thought you were
1.
going to do like 199 or something. Just one. I already wrote down a 200 for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. I mean, again, we don't have to repeat it too much, but
No.
even though it's shorter, it's, I think, truly one of the best TV shows of this genre, at least, that has been made ever,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And maybe just of any genre. I mean, obviously, like, it's so hard to judge what's better, The Penguin or The Office. Like, it's
It's not the same thing.
not, you don't compare those, right? But
Yeah.
anything even remotely in this genre, I think this can go head to head with any of those
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
for sure. So, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Well, what do you think you gave the show?
977.
You gave it. Shut up. You gave it 977.
Yes.
I think I gave it a very similar number. I'm going to say 978.
I was trying to remember my scores.
979. Dang it.
Oh, no.
Missed it by that much.
Oh,
That's funny.
that's hilarious.
I'm going to
Okay.
look real quick to see. I heard about the Nielsen numbers, and I think they were bad. Okay, wait, whoa. Okay, The Penguin. Episode 7 hit a series high of 1.9 million. It's probably minutes. Cross-platform U.S. viewers across HBO and Max on Sunday night. 6% increase in the last 2 weeks. Huh. Meanwhile, the first episode has now amassed over 16 million viewers,
Wow.
which is 2 million more than last time the company reported the viewership for the premiere in October.
Okay.
So,
I will say it definitely has. I don't know if you know the YouTuber. His name's Penguin Z, but he's like, I think he's got like maybe 30, 40 million subscribers or something like that. He has now made 2 videos on this show. So that has probably helped.
that makes sense.
And they've been good. Like he's talked about how amazing it is
Yeah.
and how people should watch it. So that might have helped.
That makes sense. Yeah, I wonder how it'll how this will fare,
Yeah.
you know. Let's see. We do not know how much the Penguin cost. Oh, dang. But it's presumably less than the incredibly VFX heavy Acolyte that reportedly had a budget of $180 million or $630,000 per minute.
That's insane.
And nobody watched that crap because
That
it was
is
poo-poo garbage.
Insane.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. Broken up by minute, that is just trash.
That's just
Sorry.
gross. It's just gross. There's no way they make anything close to that off of that show.
No.
Oh, man, that's crazy, dude. Crazy, crazy stuff. Well, anything new?
No.
Okay. Next week, join us for Heretic.
Yep.
I will say this, if you're listening to this. I have seen the movie. Quick spoiler, I recommend you go see it if you, regardless of where you're at, I would say it's a very, very good watch, but I would say only go watch it if you feel very comfortable in whatever faith you're in. That's all I will say. I do super, super recommend the movie kind of no matter what, but just know that it's, well, that's all I will say about it. But it's going to be a good episode.
Okay. I'm excited.
But yeah, that's what I'll say.
I'm excited.
It'll be really fun to talk about. So we'll do Heretic next week. Craig's got a video game episode coming out soon. Of what video game?
It's called Sheepy, a short adventure.
Shippy?
Yeah. It's literally
Okay.
a free game on Steam that is about an hour long, and it was
No way.
phenomenal.
That's cool.
Phenomenal.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
And then what are your thoughts on Gladiator? Are you wanting to see it or no?
I don't know. I will go. I am going to go see Wicked and Moana 2.
Do you have tickets for either of those yet?
No.
Okay.
So
By the end of the year, my guess is we will do Moana 2, Wicked, and
possibly Gladiator.
maybe Gladiator.
And maybe Sonic 3. We'll see.
Oh, and Sonic 3.
Yeah.
We got
We'll
some
see.
movies to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, did you see the trailer for Mission Impossible 8?
No, I forgot to watch it.
Oh my
I need to watch it right now.
Yeah. Watch it live
Did
on
you
the
watch
podcast
Dear
right
Sister?
now. What?
The video I sent you, did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
I didn't know. I have seen
It's
that
so
shot
funny.
so many times of oh my gosh, what's his name?
Shia LaBeouf, Andy Samberg,
No.
Bill Hader,
Andy
Fred Armisen.
Samberg. Of
Okay.
him like laying down, doing like the shot like up of shooting. I have
Uh-huh.
seen that shot like in 1,000 different memes, and I had no idea where
Yeah.
it came from.
Was that the first time you'd ever seen that video then?
Oh yeah,
Dude, it's so good.
fantastic.
It's so funny.
I've watched
And
it
one
like
of my
4
favorite
times.
my favorite comment on that YouTube video is this video represents a time where collectively our humor was just weird.
Yep.
And it's so
Yep.
true. It's like that late 2000s thing where like just for some reason we thought everything was funny, so we just did
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of like the internet videos. So we were like, let's just do it all. Let's just make it
Oh
happen.
yeah. Oh.
And
Oh.
it was an unprecedented times. It was beautiful.
And then I watched like a 20-minute video breaking down that entire video on how it changed comedy. Like, I'll have to send it to you because it's honestly...
Send me that. I wanna
it's
watch that.
kind of insane.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about I think it's called The Letter, aka Dear Sister, and it's
Yes.
Andy Samberg, Bill Hader, Shia LaBeouf, Fred Armisen, Kristen Wiig, and some other people.
It's an SNL
in
skit.
it. Is it SNL?
I think it's an SNL skit.
Okay, yeah, but it's so funny. It's like
so
2
good.
minutes long, but it's just hilarious. Oh, and just what you say is just playing over and over and over and over again. It's so good. dude.
What you say?
What you say? So funny. Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, do you have anything
Oh,
else?
and Mission Impossible. I'm so mad I didn't watch
Mission
the trailer.
Impossible, dude.
Amanda asked me today. She said, "Did you watch the trailer?" I said, "No, I haven't seen it yet. I'm just about to go on lunch. I'm going to watch it," and then I forgot. And then I just remembered now when you said it. So, boo, get off the stage.
Get him out of here.
I will watch it now. I promise.
Get him off the stage. Boo him off. Oh,
so
man.
excited.
I swear there was another trailer that I watched too that I was going to talk to you about. Oh, the new Captain America trailer. Did you watch that one?
I haven't seen that one either. I've seen people talking about it. Have you seen it?
Boo! Get him off stage. Yeah, I watched that one too.
Are you? Where's your hype level for that? Out of 10.
So here's the thing. I've never seen Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
What?
The show? The TV show? Sorry.
You're talking about the wrong thing.
Yeah, I know what
You're
you're
talking
talking
about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Thank you.
Okay, I was like, you've seen that movie because it's maybe the best one.
Oh, it is. It's
If you hadn't seen that movie, I was gonna fight
I don't know.
you.
Civil War is incredible.
Civil War is also no. I know it's they're all up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Falcon and the Winter Soldiers. Thank you. I haven't seen that.
Okay. Okay.
This trailer has me more hyped because of how the trailer is shot. That is the
I have seen.
and that's the only reason why it's more hyped. Because it is
I've seen the
totally
images
24.
now. I have seen the images now of Harrison Ford's Red Hulk, like his face, and it looks pretty dang good.
It looks really good. But the whole trailer
So-
is shot almost like a 24 episode, and it's kind of amazing.
I love 24.
I know, 24 was so good.
Okay.
All I needed was
okay.
D2, 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 D2.
Okay, we have to end this episode because I got
we do.
trailers to watch.
Okay.
Say your thing. Say it. Wait, are you doing it or is it me?
Yeah, it was me.
No, it's you.
What did you want me to say? What you say?
Just wrap it up.
Okay.
Say the thing.
Roller skating extra arcs, cautiously taking in Oliver's Newtons. Teletubbies implant
What, dude? Tell me. I'm on the edge of my seat. Teletubbies implant what?
Teletubbies implant monkey ears.
It's always monkey ears. Such a cheater. Oh, you know what we should
Teletubbies
do?
implant Metallica.
No, you did it.
Metallica elevators.
I'm picturing Mickey Mouse ears, but the Metallica theme. We should start doing a time limit for these, where you have like 10 seconds and you just gotta let it rip. Like you're not allowed to like sit and think. It's
got a
just
full
whatever
send
comes
it.
out of your mouth. Ugh. Y'all, hey, if y'all stuck with us this whole time, we're about an hour and a half into this.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you big time.
We do very much.
Big episodes coming.
Yes.
We have seen a lot of movies this year.
Yep.
We've got the 3rd annual Something Awards coming up first week of January.
Dundee Awards.
And I have now seen 21 new movies this year, which I'm stoked about. And there's more to come, and I'm still wanting to see a few of them that have come out this year. So I'm hoping to hit like 30 or 35.
Okay. Wow.
I'll feel pretty good.
Dang.
Because I've seen 21 now. I'm thinking I'll go see at least 3 or 4 by the time the year's over. And then I've got 8 on my list that came out this year that I want to watch.
Okay.
So I mean, we'll see what I do, but
PSA.
what?
PSA. Deadpool
Okay.
Wolverine is on Disney Plus.
I know I saw. Ask me if I bought a ticket to that movie like 2 weeks ago. The answer is yes, because it's worth it. Woo! Hey, do we have any box offices at all that we're waiting on? We do. Oh, hold on. Before you guys go,
Do we?
I know this is the very,
I
very
thought
end.
everything has
Yeah.
already been decided at this point.
Well, it has, but I just wanted to say the numbers. Joker 2 is at 206.
Yeah, burn.
Burn in hell, piece of garbage.
Burn in hell, you piece of
206. So you,
trash.
you won that so bad. And then The Wild Robot is at
Wow, I was going to tell you.
The
but I
Wild
won't load.
Robot. Oh, should have gotten a Mac, dude.
Freak you, man.
Yeah, well, sorry. The Wild Robot is at 293. That's awesome, dude. It kicked the Joker's butt.
That is amazing.
Dude, I guess 291. Ooh.
Bro.
Hey, am I the closest ever?
Well, I mean, it's still going, but you probably
It's
are.
still going. That's true. Because you were, 10 million away from The Way of Water?
Yeah, but that was like...
And I'm currently, percentage-wise, way closer,
yeah.
obviously. But numbers wise,
That
I'm
was
3
insane.
million. I'm 2 million away right now.
That is pretty cool.
2.6. Pretty close.
Let's see where it ends.
Pretty close.
I hope it keeps going.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really cool. I was kind of worried that it was going to be stuck in like that 100 million range.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And it
gonna
took
just
off.
bomb.
Yeah.
I'm so proud that it
Very cool. I'm stoked about that.
I have been redeemed in America's eyes twice now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're leaving because I have to go watch trailers.
Okay.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Love you all. Bye.